Alright, hey, what's going on? It's Ben here, and I'm bringing to you an Aggro Lyonar gameplay, and let me tell you, the Windblade Adept army is ready for action. I have all the Windblade Adepts. I actually kept this, well, I kept these 4 cards, the 3 Windblade Adepts and the Silver Guard Knight. I just need to grab onto some really insane 4-drops, which I do have one of, which the Azurite Immolation, but I think I can do better. I'm not that big of a fan of Aggro Lyonar. I've considered playing it many times, but oh my gosh, Frostbow Naga, we have the same idea. Well, that was a big surprise. I didn't expect that he would play like this. That's for sure. He didn't attack into the Windblade Adept though, and that is a pretty heavy mistake if I do say so myself. Let's get rid of the Primus Fist here. I'll probably develop a Windblade Adept on the top Mana Spring and a Silver Guard Knight right next to a Lyonar General. Yeah, I'm going to take full advantage of this. So make sure that I play the Windblade Adept on the Mana Spring first because you don't want to miss out on any mana. And then I'm going to take out the rest of the guys. This should make it pretty hard for him to come back at this point because I have a Holy Immolation to take out anything on the following turn, and yeah, I mean, I feel like this is a really good spot for me. Not taking out that Windblade Adept was huge. Probably the game changer. Well, probably makes him lose the game, but yeah, I mean. Oh, Blood to Alchemist, that's pretty huge also. Well, I guess we can't have everything. I'll get rid of the Saberspine Tiger. Maybe I can get a Premier card. And these are pretty good Premier cards as well. Oh, Frostbow Naga. Maybe I should do that. I want to play around the Dancing Blades a little bit. I guess the Silver Guard Knight is a slower card though. But I think the tempo is really good. So I guess I'll use the Frostbow Naga here. Put on an extra 4 damage here. Is there really a need to put down the Roar? I guess I will since I do have the mana for it. You know, might as well. There isn't really a clear follow-up, but you know, I have a Saberspine Tiger and a Silver Guard Knight follow-up now, so this is looking pretty good. I actually don't think this is really great against Lyonar, although this guy seems to be running an aggro deck as well, so maybe I have the advantage since I have the tempo on the board. If he runs an Ironcliffe Guardian, then I'm going to be in quite a bit of trouble, although I can deal with it right now with a Holy Immolation and with what's on the board. Although I'm going to be a little bit behind on the tempo because I won't be developing anything. I guess if he drops a Silver Guard, well no, if he drops an Ironcliffe Guardian, I probably just want to develop a Silver Guard Knight. Although a Holy Immolation on his side would be a pretty good follow-up as well. I might just get rid of a Silver Guard Knight next turn if he develops something too big, because I really need to go fast here because I only have 3 cards, he has 4. Well, technically we're still a little bit even because I have 4 cards on the board and my hand, and he has 4 in hand. Although if there are 4 Ironcliffe Guardians, they're not really comparable. Repulsive Beast will be nice. Sunset Paragon. This guy is running the weirdest deck. You think you can race me, my man? Maybe. I doubt it though. What a weird deck. Didn't he run? I guess he's running some sort of super control, but I don't know, my man. This is kind of wacky. There might be some consideration for actually keeping the Saberspine Tiger because, oh, Divine Bond. Because I can use a Roar with the Saberspine Tiger on the following turn. But I think this is pretty good. If he's not able to deal with this Silver Guard Knight, then I'm set. Sworn Sister, yeah, looks like, oh, actually, no, he shouldn't be able to deal with it. 2 mana is not enough to get rid of that. Yeah, so that means lethal. Lethal. Oh yeah. Talk about damage. Look how much damage that is. I want to use the Divine Bond, but there's no need for mean plays. 10-5, that's pretty insane. Ah, good. Ah, Puppy Dragon action. Well, in this hand, I'm keeping a Sunbloom because against Songhai, the dispels are super valuable because of Lantern Fox. So hopefully he has Lantern Fox. Otherwise, I will develop both the Azurite line and the Windblade Adept. You know, might as well. The Windblade Adept also contests Lantern Fox really well, so I like how this is looking so far. I have a Holy Immolation follow-up for anything. Might just get rid of a Repulsor Beast because a Repulsor Beast is a little bit weaker card against Songhai. Although Songhai could have an All Beast Sage, so maybe it's not too unusual of a keep. Well, I do not, I really do not like ranged minions, so I'm going to have to get rid of that pronto. Should I be keeping the Sunbloom now? It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's definitely weird, but it looks like it's going to be these two cards. I can get rid of everything, technically, actually. Oh yeah, I can get rid of everything, so no problem, no problem. I'm going to have to use one of the Azurite Lions hits, I believe. Alright. Alright. I just need to make sure that I make good plays here, because I'm sure that I could mess up. Oh no! Oh no! Am I messing up? Am I messing up today? I sure hope not. Oh wow! That always heals himself. That I did not know that works like that. Well, that's a misplay. This is the first time playing against this card, so yeah, go figure. I don't know how to play around that card. That's really insane. Well, I guess the hope is that nothing crazy goes on. Although this is kind of crazy already that I don't, who knew that it worked like that? Oh, such a poor misplay. And he can take out the Windblade Adept, so I'm going to be pretty far behind now. I think the Frostbow Naga takes him out, but yeah, this is really bad. So I definitely should have used a Windblade Adept to take him out. I definitely didn't know about that. That's pretty crazy. Alright, well I have a Holy Immolation, so that's good. Alright, let's go for the 12 damage combo. I like this. I think I'm going to replace the Sunbloom now because I just need faster cards. Woo! Man, if I lose because of that Captain Hank card, I'm not going to be very happy about it. Or about this game, I guess. Yeah, I'll probably get rid of a Sunbloom next turn. I'd be surprised if he used any spells, really. He should still be concerned about developing minions? Question mark? What a strange, odd deck. I actually have lethal if he can't... Well, if he doesn't remove any of these things with a spell, then I have lethal on the following turn, which is pretty good. Phoenix Fire, okay. Well, that means he's not going to be developing anything, so this is a really, really, really good situation for me. Shiru Puppy Dragon. Alright, let's get rid of that Sunbloom. Repulsor Beast. Interesting. That's not really that interesting. I'll just get rid of that Puppy Dragon. I'll develop a Blood Tear Alchemist, you know. May as well put on the damage, set up for lethal again. If I can get a Saber Spine Tiger, that would be really, really great. Although, yeah, that would just be really, really great. I hope I can get Saber Spine Tiger soon. As long as one of these guys stick, I'm pretty much good. I just need to put the Roar on one of them, right? Oh, Repulsor Beast. Alright, so I guess I'm going to have to play it for another turn. Jaxi? Oh, huh. Well, that's curious. Yeah, he should have taken out the Blood Tear Alchemist, because any removal on the Jaxi pretty much lets me win, right? So, I'm going to take this one. Oh yeah. Repulsor Beast that over here. Move it up there. And take him out! Captain Hankard ain't nothing. The Windblade Adept is such a nice card. Turn 1, it trades with everything, pretty much, so I'm liking that. I'm liking the turn 1 Windblade Adept, and I will put him on the mid. Oh! Although in this case, I don't really want this Shiru Puppy Dragon. I'm going to put the Windblade Adept and the Azurite Lion. They're already insane. I have a Primus Fist follow-up, so I don't necessarily need the extra attack. So, time for our constant reminder that I'm playing Warbird. Oh, this is excellent. Look at this. So now my Shiro Puppy Dragon's looking pretty good. I guess I might want to get rid of the Primus Fist then, because I want something big to develop. I'll keep the Primus Fist. Nah, I'm going to get rid of it. But I just wanted to play the Shiro Puppy Dragon. Like, Shiro, it's such a cute card. It's just that Lyonar has a bunch of great 2-drops, so there isn't really much of a... It doesn't really matter if you play the Shiro Puppy Dragon or not, because they're insane. Windblade Adept, Azurite Lions. If I was not playing an aggro deck, then I would not be playing the Primus Fists, because the Shiro Puppy Dragons are already so insane. But as an aggro deck, you do want the 2 damage from the Primus Fist. The Shiro Puppy Dragons, the value of the extra attack is better on higher health minions. So something like Ironcliff Guardians and the Daltus's Tombstones, they have 10 health. That makes that 1 damage from the Shiro Puppy Dragon into like 4 or 5. Or maybe not 4 or 5, but 2 or 3. But the Primus Fist does the 2 immediate damage. So in an aggro deck, Shiro Puppy Dragon is a little bit weaker in terms of damage. Although it's totally fine because... Well, normally it's totally fine. A way to trade with other 2-drops, right? Oh, this is excellent. This is excellent. I'm liking this. Daltus, right? Alright, I can definitely keep the keep the Holy Immolation. I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to play all these cards. At least that's a hope. Woo! I'm out racing the Fae. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. He had to use 2 Cryogenesises. So he has a really hard time developing his board, which is pretty important in every deck. I think developing a board is a lot more important than any of these like combo things. Because your 2-drops can deal 4 damage each, so you're missing out on a lot of damage if you don't develop it early game. I know some people are playing with like a no 2-drop Magmar. I really think that's not a good play. Alright, I got the game. Well, excellent, excellent. He didn't develop anything. So that means I probably don't need a Blood Tier Alchemist anymore, because the Blood Tier Alchemist is best used on 2-drops, and he did not have any. So I'm just going to develop my own 2 2-drops, and then I can see what's going down next turn. Oh yeah, buff up that Primus Fist! This is actually a little bit sad that I have to develop these 2 minions, because they're not my premier 2-drops. Windblade Adept and Azurite Lion is really how you win the games, but at least I had a couple of 2-drops to drop, unlike this guy. Otherwise, next turn, if I could get both the Mana Springs, that would be pretty insane. Might happen because he didn't develop anything. Although, I guess it'll be smart for him to develop something on the Mana Spring because he knows, well, he doesn't know that I can use 2 Mana Springs, but I can. And since he cannot use 2 Mana Springs on the following turn either, then he should really take a Mana Spring now. How do I know he won't be able to use it? Because he didn't have a 2-drop. If he doesn't have a 2-drop, then he can't use both Mana Springs. Pretty much using Mana Springs critically need a 2-drop. Although in this case, I can take it without using a 2-drop. Ooh, Saber-Spine Tiger. Alright, that means I will be using the Naga. Whoa, that's an odd play. It is quite an odd play. I don't want him to use a Mana Spring directly because it's kind of an indication that he has heavy cards with that play. Spelljammer probably not necessary because I have a lot of high cost minions. Oh yeah, I might be closing on the game actually pretty soon. At least that's a hope. Alright, I'm in a good position. I'm ahead on board. I have Repulsor Beast for anything big. I have proactive follow-ups. I have everything. Not everything, but it's pretty good. Although I don't really have a clear follow-up that fills up my mana curve nicely. He might be able to grab the Mana Spring next turn. Kind of ironic that he's actually able to grab both Mana Springs, but that was my choice, I guess. I didn't have a 2-drop last turn, right? So I couldn't have developed 2 cards, ironically. But if he doesn't grab the Mana Spring again, I will be able to develop 2 3-drops, which would be pretty sweet. Otherwise, it seems like he's in a little bit of a tough situation. He has the buff on a minion. I don't know why people are putting that Aegis Barrier. I guess people are liking the Scientist. I'm not really a big fan of Scientist because I'm playing with these aggro decks. So at the moment, you definitely want to keep on counting the damage in your hand when you are playing an aggressive deck. So on the board, I have 8 damage, and then I have a Roar for 2. So I'm pretty close to lethal. Very close. No, don't do that, my man. Daltus, not good. I guess it could be good. Probably not very good. Cry. Why is he crying? don't cry. I guess the positioning doesn't matter that much in this case because I'm just being really aggressive. But I want to make sure that it makes it at least hard for him to use the dancing blades on that dude. Alright, I will keep this hand. Will I keep this hand? Maybe. I'll keep it. See what's going down. Repulsive Beast for anything big, Holy Motion is pretty good as burst damage. So I'm feeling pretty good about what's going down here. An Ironcliff Guardian over here would be pretty clever. Although kind of unnecessary. Probably a Daltus trading into the... Well, it's not... Yeah, it's a trade, I guess. Trade it into the Frostbone Nag and then he comes down here. So no matter where the Tombstone lands, he's going to be a protected general. Although the Winds of Paradise can come on this side. So it might be important where the Tombstone lands, to be fair. Although I do know it's not important because actually it is important because I can't put on the roll on the Wings of Paradise, right? It has to be a minion nearby your generals, so I would not have lethal if he does have an Ironcliff Guardian or a good Tombstone placement. But the Tombstone has to land on here, I believe. Actually, yeah, I don't think there really is. Oh, what? Yeah, that's not really a great Tombstone spot. Woo! So somehow you still have the dancing blade. Oh, I guess I am mistaken. Well, that stinks. I think I'm actually going to keep these cards because yeah, it feels like a good play. That's not really a particular reason. But I have a Holy Immolation next turn, so I can go through a taunt. So it feels pretty good. Two Holy Immolations. Alright, so let's hope he doesn't have a Magnetize and Divine Bonds, because then I would be really sad also. It's a little bit of misplay. Not just a little bit, it was definitely a misplay, right? Bone Reaver. Well, things are good. I have the Holy Immolation, so I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm great. Cry.